Hi everyone, Lee Weiser here representing the People's Party of Canada for Pierre Fondallard. And what I want to do for you right now is explain to you what the biggest problem in politics is today. And I know you're thinking that I'm going to say corruption because it is a huge problem, but no. The real issue is what's behind a lot of the corruption that we see. Because a lot of the corruption that we see, I don't believe the politicians who are actually doing it believe what they're doing is corrupt. And now I know that may be hard to believe, but let me explain. Because the real issue is most people not understanding this basic principle of economics. And I know the politicians don't understand that. And when this principle is not taken into consideration when a law is passed, people are hurt. And that's why we're all hurting today. I don't believe the politicians have the intent to hurt us when they pass these laws. It's just that even with good intent, these laws still hurt people. And so there is the book where I read this principle from. It's called Economics in One Lesson by Henry Hazlitt. And this book, I think, should be to politicians what the Bible is for Christians, what the Torah is for Jews, what the Quran is for Muslims. The principles here are that important. And let me just read it for you here. This is super important. Understanding this is going to help you understand what the other parties are really doing and what their policies are really going to do for you and the rest of the country. So here it is. The economics in one lesson. This lesson. The art of economics consists in looking not merely at the immediate, but at the longer effects of any act or policy. It consists in looking at the consequences of that act or policy, not merely for one group, but for all groups. I mean, think about it. How often do you hear our politicians saying, we need to spend money on this business, we need to bail them out, or we need to do this for these people? And in maybe some cases it's true. There are some policies that we do need, even though we have consequences to them. But you never hear them talk about what those consequences are. You never say, we need to bail out this business, but as a consequence, you will have to pay more taxes to that. Or as a consequence to that, we're going to raise our deficit. We're going to raise the debt that we have, which you will have to pay for in the future. They never talk about it that way. But we have to understand that that's happening. We also have to understand things that say when you bail out a company, that maybe we didn't need to because the jobs would have been taken somewhere else if that company didn't succeed. There's all these other aspects that are never taught to you. Now, I'm not going to go to the specifics of all the different ideas right there. I need to do that maybe a little bit later on, especially as I go through each other party's policies, including our own, through the microscope of that idea, so that you can really understand what is happening with it. Here's what I really urge you to do. Read this book. Understand the concept. Now, I understand this is a book, and many people don't read, many people don't have time, but here's what I suggest instead, because I can understand that. And if you don't have the time to go through it, or if you're just not interested in it because you heard the word economics and that's like poison to you, just understand that the People's Party of Canada does understand this principle. And unlike the other parties, which are going to keep promising all these other people all these things that have to come from you, the taxpayer, in the end, understand that we at the People's Party of Canada aren't going to do what's right for one group of people or for one business. We believe in fairness, and we believe in doing what's right for all Canadians, and that includes you.